is blockchain? Blockchain is the most hyped word nowadays. Let us see what does it mean. Earlier days, when we wanted to exchange money, we exchange physical money, and that is what called as a transaction. So a transaction is an exchange of asset between two parties or entities, be it a physical cash, or it can be gold, or it can be any kind of commodities. Nowadays, we are all used up with digital transactions. Let us assume a person A wanted to send money to person B. They cannot do it directly because if A is sending money to B, it is all digital. Then we need to go through a process through some intermediary, banks, or some third-party systems which verify the transactions between A and B. Ever thought about transaction without intermediary? If A wanted to send money to B, he can send directly. How come it is possible? Of course, it is possible. If A wants to send money or a digital asset to B, then what A and B can do is they can maintain a ledger. So this ledger, it can be a record of transactions, what A is doing to B, and what are transaction, what B is doing to A. But these two ledgers are individual copies of A and B, and each person, they can write some wrong informations or wrong transactions in the ledger. How come it can be avoided? The copy of the ledger can be maintained by all the people in the entire network. So each and every one of them will be maintaining record of all the transactions, whether they are involved in that transaction or not. This concept is what called as distributed ledger. This concept of distributed ledger is taken up by a person, or it could be group of people. We do not know who they are. Nakamoto, he or she took that concept into the next level and published a paper which is called as a BITCOINE, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. BITCOINE is a famous cryptocurrency. Even it tops all the cryptocurrencies. Satoshi Nakamoto has published this paper which clearly explains how this peer-to-peer electronic cash transactions are possible. Of course, he proved that his theory is correct by implementing the concept as Bitcoin. The Bitcoin's value has changed enormously. In the year 2019, Bitcoin value is way more lesser than $1. In the year 2021, it exceeds even $35,000. What on earth is Bitcoin and blockchain? This Bitcoin is actually a currency, which is a digital currency, which is also called as a cryptocurrency. Then what is blockchain? Blockchain is a technology upon which this Bitcoin or the cryptocurrencies work. Let's take the same example of maintaining this distributed ledger. This distributed ledger, it will be maintained in each machines. Some of the people, even they will have some special machines like this, and these special persons are also called as miners. The transactions will be part of their ledger only if everyone agrees to that transaction. Transactions can go something like this, and these transactions will be grouped together into a block. This block will be added up with all the other existing blocks. This new block and all the other blocks are all linked together. Since they are all linked together, they are all called as chain of blocks, hence the word blockchain. This link is established with the help of a special cryptographic technique called as hashing. Each and every person in the network will be having their own copy of the blockchain. So it is very hard to change. Even if a person is trying to change their copy, it will become highly impossible to change everyone's copy, or at least 51% of peers' copy should be changed to effect the change what they have made, which is highly impossible. Blockchain, it is a peer-to-peer distributed ledger. This is secured cryptographically through hash functions. We can only append the blocks to the blockchain, and you cannot edit what is already there, or you cannot delete what is already there. This happens only if every people, or at least maximum number of people, agrees that they can append that particular block to the blockchain, and it becomes highly immutable. Even a small change is highly impossible. That's about blockchain. Fascinated to learn blockchain? Subscribe to Hema's Desk for more content.